Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review, plus checking out the channel. We really do appreciate it. What we're going to talk about is Marvel Legends series, Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Scarlet Witch by Hasbro. We're going to go over the measurements. We'll scale the figure with others, check out the appearance, look at the sculpt and the paint ops, look at the piece count and the accessories, points of articulation, talk about the pricing and the pros and the cons, the box, and where the figure was purchased. And at the end of the video, we'll have those photos for you. Guys, let me know something. Who is your favorite female Avenger of all time? Let me know in the comments. But right now, let's roll her off the stand and let's give her a measure to see how tall she sits. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure her up. We'll start on the inches side. Okay, there we go. Got the ruler by the foot. And it's looking like, let's get it positioned there. Looking like she's right at 6 inches. You can see she's kind of under. If you look where the foot is, I think let's go to the lowest foot here. Okay, so there we go. All right, so she's looking right at 6 inches. It's right at it. Okay, there you go. Right, she's right at 6 inches. We'll just say 6 inches, okay? 6 sounds good to me. Okay, so if she's at 6 inches, automatically it's going to be 15 centimeters, right? Okay, so you're looking at the ruler there at the bottom. Got him. So 15 centimeters, right? That's where she's at. That's where she's standing. And that's what we're working with today. Yeah. I thought she was going to stand up and just trying to be cool. There she goes. All right, so let's go ahead and scale her up with other figures. Okay, so let's scale her up. We'll start with Thor. Do Thor first. There he is. Big guy. We'll go with Iron Man next. There he is. And we'll do our man, Mr. Holland. Right? We enjoyed that. Okay, so you see the scale. You see the scale. It looks pretty good. Not too bad, right? It looks like Thor's, is he a little bit too big? I don't know. He's kind of big for those guys. But I think the rest of them size up pretty well. But Thor he's huge. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, so let's take a look at the figure up close. Let's check her out, all right? So let's look at the hair. Not too bad. You have your nice mold going way over to the back. Got some brushed brown, kind of a light brown, little dark brown to give it that color. You see that she has her crown there. That's PVC, pretty flexible plastic there. And the face sculpt, very well. You see the paint on there is pretty nice. Looking at the eyes, you see the nose, the lipstick. Let's get that eye. Let's get closer on that eye detail. It might be sideways, but you see that? Not a bad job on the face work, right? That looks really good. Got to crown him for that. Great work on the eyes with the lips. Not bad. Looking like her too. Not exactly, but you can see her. Okay, so let's look up over here by her neck. It's looking like she's having some design there, like her suit. You see that? That looks good. Let's get some better lighting this way. Okay. All right. Let's go and look at the back side. You see the suit here. All this, if you're looking at the plastic that's on her arms here, all this is just stationary on her arms. But then when you get to the back, it does move with PVC, then all the way to the ABS plastic here. So all that's grazed and painted with some black, kind of a black color to it. Yeah, you got a little wash to it there. That's going to be fading in with her black pants here. But it looks pretty good. Looking at the arms are proportioned pretty nicely. Also has some grazed material here. You see the fingers. Of course, they had that burnt look to them because of her effects. That's good. Nice touch on each hand. The cape itself, we know this is, of course, this is PVC, but it's very hard. More like ABS, but it's PVC. It's in the way of a lot of stuff, especially articulation. We'll see that in a minute. But looking at the all black pants, nothing to it. Just a couple designs, as in just, grazed plastic. A little design here just to give it a look, right? And then it goes down to her boots here. And it's not bad, but what I'm really impressed with is the face. That looks good. Let me do that sideways. Let me do that sideways close up again. Look at that. Great job. I mean, the eyes look good, painted good. You can't complain. Okay, so that's going to do it for the close-up and the paint ops. Okay, so let's check out the accessories. She only has 3, okay? So you know the first 2 are gonna be her effects, right? So let's look at that. This is something we've seen a lot of companies do. This is nothing new to us. You just make it whatever print you have, and then you just get the translucent color and you have it. There it is. Stretches. You put it on her arms anyway, on her hands, any way you like. Position them through the hands, around the wrist, around the forearm, whatever, on her fingertips. You could do anything, right? That's the first one. Second one, same thing. A little bit of different design. I like to have it in her hand, like she has it in the palm of her hand. I love that when she does that. Pretty nice. And I love the burnt tips on her fingers over there. If you can't see it, look, there they go. So yeah, you see that. Nothing new with these. If you're new to these, you're new. Okay, so let's look at the Darkhold book. I think that's what it's called. Is it called the Darkhold? Not quite sure. Quote me on that in the comments to let me know exactly what this is called. Darkhold? I'm not quite sure. But there it is. It's tore up. You see it has its artwork on there like it does. Got her there. It's real detailed. You see it. Get a closer shot of that detail. There you go. Right. Inside, got some pages. Of course, you got the thread for the rings, for its ring binder. 3-ring binder. Okay. And it's too wild. Yeah, she holds it, whatnot. Not too crazy. Black plastic. Put some grooves in it. There you go. Right? Nothing to it. It does have some artwork in there. You see that? Okay. It is pretty nice. All right. And that's going to do it for the piece count and the accessories. Okay, so let's do it. That points of articulation, that POA. Let's go. Okay, grabbing the figure. I feel the figure. Feels good. It's sturdy. Plastics hold it together pretty well. Not too bad. Nothing crazy. Okay, starting with the head. So we know the luscious hair here, the well done mold hair covering the entire back. Yes, looks good, right? But that is a negative when you're trying to do some head work, okay? You can move her head like you want to. You see? You can move it all the way around. That's not an issue because it's on ball and socket on the neck. So that's not a problem. But it'll put a lot of wear and tear and it doesn't look right. I mean, because if you want to put it to the side, this is what you got. It's really not that bad, but she's not going to be able to look the way she needs to when she does turn her head. I mean, who turns her head like this? Huh? It just doesn't look right. She can't turn her head up. So it doesn't look right with the hair. So the hair is a problem. Being that this should have been a little more flexible. That way she could tilt her head up some. Not with just using the body, because that doesn't look right either. What am I, a robot? You see, this doesn't look good. So that's terrible. Okay? So, but the figure we know looks good and the hair looks good. Just the head movements are very limited. Even your down is going to be a problem with the 2 hairs flowing over the shoulders. So that's not that great. Okay? So let's go to the neck. You see how the neck's long there. You're not going to get anything out of that with the hair in the way and plus the movement. So that's it. So let's go to the arms here. Arms are going to be on the rotatable socket, ball and socket there, right? You see I'm rotating it. You can barely see it, but it's small. I can rotate it. And it has a latch system as well. You see the latch. Close the latch down. Or you can rotate the latch up and then you do more movements with the hands that way, right? There you go. Put it back down. Also has a bicep swivel. Very little arms, but very detailed. Then you have your latches, your double latch system. There you go. Have it out and you bring it all the way in, right? There you go. And that's going to be the same on both sides of the figure. Both are going to be the same, of course. So let's check the middle. Middle of the figure has play. Of course, it goes all the way around. I don't hear any mechanics breaking in it. Possibly it could be, but I don't hear anything. So that's okay. Okay. So you have a little crunch. You have a little out. We've seen that earlier. Not too bad. So you have some play there to do some moves, whatnot. So let's go to the PVC plastic cape here. It should have been something a little more flexible because this is way too hard for her to do her moves or whatnot. But you still can do them, but it just has to take a lot of work and a lot of poses and maybe using that McFarlane stand that we love. So this right here looks very great. You have your design on it. You see it. Good. Okay. But it's just going to be in the way of the legs going in motion, especially bending it. If I wanted to bend this leg, I'd have an issue, right? So speaking of legs, we know the inner thighs, they're on dumbbell joints there. As the dumbbell flies. Okay. And thigh swivel is there. There's your thigh swivel. And you're going to have your double latch system in the leg. Let's go ahead and move this cape up. Takes a lot for me to stress that. That's stressed. And then you just have your double latch system there. Okay. Got it? Nice. Okay. Bringing it down. We know that's both sides. No rotations anywhere else. This is on the latch system here on the foot. And I don't know. I don't see it on a... It's on a rocker. I don't think it's on a rocker. It's just on a latch. Just a latch with no pivot in the toe. And that's the same on both sides. But we didn't talk about the hands. Sorry about that. So the hands here, not interchangeable. There's only one pair. They do rotate. And they do have their own latch system. Right? Really nice. Okay, guys. And that's going to do it for the articulation. Okay, so let's talk about the pros and cons. We'll talk about the cons first. The cons is not enough accessories by hands. It needs another pair of hands that in different motions with another pair of effects. That means you have 4 effects with 2 pairs of hands. That would be great. The articulation is okay. It would be better if her head and her hair wasn't in the way. It would be almost perfect. So in that's what the cons are. So what the pros are is the figure looks really good. The face sculpt is really nice. The paint job is perfect. The accessories look good. Her hands look good. The articulation in her legs and her arms are fantastic. And her head is not that bad. So guys, I think I would give this a 3 out of 5 is what I'm going to give it. Guys, let me know what your stars are. Okay, so here's the packaging. We'll start at the top. You see the Marvel Legends series here at the top. And of course you have the logo there. If you look at the corner here, you have the ages. And on the side panel, you'll have Marvel Legends series. This is actually the figure of her here with some background, as you can see. Looking good. And then on this side panel, you're going to have the actual movie version of her, of the character, with some stuff in the background. Then Marvel Legends series here. And then on the back of the packaging, you'll have Marvel Legends series, Scarlet Witch, some stuff in the background, the figure itself. And these are the 2 effects that she has, plus the book, right? And also, you can pause this, and we can get to talking about it. Read all that if you like. Okay, so let's look at the front of the packaging. You see where it says Scarlet Witch. You can see her in the background, movie shot. There's the figure itself with the accessories wrapped around her arms, right? And then we have Marvel Studios, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, right? By Hasbro. Okay, guys, this is going to do it for the packaging. Okay, so here's some pricing. $34.99, used to be $44.95, so it looks like the price fluctuates on Amazon.com, so try to get it while it's at its lowest. Okay. And you guessed it, I got it at Amazon.com. Just check out Amazon.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.